So when I was 16, I used to work in a grocery store, and we had one customer that always came in who was very obviously mentally ill. And one day I was bagging her groceries, and she said to me, "Don't you wish it was back to the cotton picking days?" And I was like, And she was like, "Don't you wish it was back to the cotton picking days?" And I was like, "As in slavery?" And she was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Why the fuck would you ask me that?" And my manager was like, "What's going on?" And I was like, "I'm gonna have to step away before I throw punch an elderly woman." And she was like, "Okay, go in the break room." A week later, we found out that woman had a heart attack and died. And I'm not saying she deserved it, but I'm saying God's timing is always right.
Wait, because I have the funniest story for y'all. I've been going around asking people to do my hair. I asked my sister, "Can you call someone to ask them to do my hair?" Guess who she recommended? My high school bully! What?
Let me just tell y'all why I'm so embarrassed right now. I go to get my haircut, sliced and diced. And as I'm sitting in the chair, my barber, he brings his clippers, and as he starts to cut my hair, as soon as the clippers touch my head, I shiver. That was the first embarrassment. So then, as he's cutting my hair, he goes around. As he's going around my head, he gets like right here, or whatever. And that's like a sensitive. Back here is like a sensitive spot for me. I start to like smile, and like I could not help but to smile, and I tried to contain my smiling. I was literally like this as he's cutting my hair. And so he ends up bringing the chair like around to where he can see, and I'm over here like full-fledged smiling, and he's like, "What's so funny?" I'm like, "Nothing, I just thought of something funny in my head." I am embarrassed. Like I need a new barber me now. But I am swimming. Come find Nemo in my ocean.
Let's do a song, as you can tell, it was a failed mission.
Okay. Put a finger down if when you were in 10th grade, this really muscular guy grabbed your ass and pushed you up against the wall, but you didn't know him or like him like that. And then when you went to go hit him, he grabbed your wrist and said, "Don't do that." And then you sat back so shocked that you didn't do shit, and you just let him grab your ass and harass you in the middle of the fucking hallway, embarrassed as fuck. And then he walked away. And then the next day he acted like nothing happened and started trying to be nice to you. Put a finger down if your favorite color is pink.
Somebody, look at this. Can y'all see? Wait, because it's finna pass. Every day, this same couple ride by on this golf cart. And the problem is not that they riding by on a golf cart. The problem is that they got 3 little badass kids. And them kids do not be on the golf cart with them. The kids, they have the kids, and the kids running behind the golf cart. Now I'm gonna tell you why I say them kids is bad. I'm outside cutting the grass. When I'm done cutting the grass, I take the leaf blower, blow all the leaves and the debris on the street. Here comes the family riding by on the golf cart. Now the kids is 30 steps behind. I wave to them, wave to the little kids in the back. The kids run up in my little pile of debris, of lawn clippings, and kick them back in the yard. Now I'm over here looking back and forth in disbelief, expecting the parents to handle this, to dish out some justice. And they continue to ride on the golf cart. And the kids ran away laughing.
Story time. So one day I got pulled out of class for not wearing a bra, and I explained to my school that not wearing a bra was nowhere in their dress code. So the lady that I was arguing with decided to call the big principal, and the big principal agreed with me that not wearing a bra was not out of dress code. But still, she took it upon herself to call my parents, keep in mind I'm African, and tell them that I never wear a bra to school. And then she said I had to be sent home. So anyway, I'm like, whatever. I'm just going to go home and change. I just want this to be done with. So I'm trying to go home, and she's like, it's raining. I don't want you to walk in the rain so you can ride with the police. I'm like, I'm not trying to have no police at my house. She was like, but it's raining, so I'm going to just have you go home with the police. Girl, you was trying to get me in trouble. Anyway, so I go home with the damn police. And my dad's like, go wear a bra. You know, my parents don't know I don't wear a bra, because I don't know about y'all's parents, but my parents don't look at my titties because they're not weird. But anyway, I'm gonna need a part 2 to get in depth.
So on June 21st, 2019, pretty much my summer was amazing. I had braids, so I didn't have to take care of my curly hair, but this day in particular was really different.
Hi everyone, I just wanted to say that the weather is really beautiful today, so you guys should all take time out of your day to go outside and enjoy the beautiful weather.
So after that, when I got home, I realized that I had recently bought chalk and I wanted to draw something on my doorstep. And I ended up drawing this really cute rainbow that I thought was really pretty. Unfortunately, a very big misconception was formed with this picture. My dad later then accused me of being gay and said it was very disrespectful for me to draw that on our doorstep because it looks as if we support gay rights. This is how my rainbow ended up looking the next day when I was on my way to work. My parents are aware that I do support gay rights, but the thing was that was never my intention when drawing a rainbow. I just thought it was cute. Although I'm a positive person, this is the type of stuff I deal with often.
Not me forgetting my friend's birthday, and I felt bad, so I said I'm gonna buy her McDonald's breakfast, and then when I get to the cash register, I forget my whole entire debit card, so I couldn't even buy her breakfast. They had to put everything back. And not me going to her house getting cash from her because she's still hungry and wanted her breakfast, and me now going buying it for her. Like, the ghetto, it's not me. I'm embarrassed.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna do a story time because I haven't done one of these for a while. So I went to a very white school, which is not a bad thing. Overall, I had a good school experience, but it does explain why this happened. Okay, I was in year 7 and I was lining up for food with my friend, and this big ginormous year 10 came behind me and started rubbing my hair anyhow. And so I turned around and said, could you stop? Because back in those days, we year 7s knew our place. Not like year 7s nowadays that talk to others anyhow, run them out, con. So at first he stopped, but then he came back with his friends, and I could feel like 5 pair of hands rubbing my hair like this. And then one of them said, if we do this long enough, we can get carpet burn. I look back on it now and I can laugh, but that was just a day in the life of being one of the few black kids.
Now that's what I call some manifestation.
When I first met my girlfriend, I was homeless and she was living with her mother. The first place we got together leaked water from the roof, then we got our first house, and now an even bigger one. Stay down till you come up.
So this is a story time of the time I got sexually harassed by my cab driver. This happened back in June 2017. I was 17 at the time and I had just graduated from high school. The next day I went to school to pick up my diploma, but I had broken my phone the night before and I needed a ride to the Apple store, so I asked the cab driver if he could drive me. So I'm in the cab and he's making all these inappropriate and sexual statements to me, and I was literally so uncomfortable. I did not know what to do. Finally, he pulled up to the mall, but instead of actually pulling up to the Apple store, which was right in front, he went around the corner and he went into a back alley. Just when things couldn't get any worse, he parked the car and he locked the door. And if you want to know what happens in part 2, go add me on Instagram and like this video. So part 2. At this point, I'm sitting in the back of his car. We're in a dark alley behind the mall that he drove into. The car door is locked. I'm freaking out. Then he turns around from the driver's seat and he says, do you know why I stopped? And I said, no, I don't know why you stopped. I'm just trying to keep my cool at this point. And he says, because I'm hard. So he comes into the back seat, and this is when shit gets crazy, and I really hope TikTok does not take this down. He pulls his jeans off, he pulls his boxers off, and then he forced my hand on top of his you-know-what, and forced me to, you can guess what he forced me to do. And he finished. And the craziest part of this whole story is I still had to pay for the ride. Luckily for me, he ended up bringing me to the actual Apple store. Am I traumatized? No, not really. But all I can say is I really hope that this does not happen to anyone else out there.
So let me tell y'all about how I scammed $10,000 out of a car accident.
For legal purposes, this is a joke.
So after track practice, I'm just driving with my bestie down the road, and somebody decides to run into our car. We get in the back corner of our car, so we spin around, bitch, I'm dizzy.
This is the damage to the car. Doesn't look too bad, right? After we got hit, I look at my best friend. I'm like, your neck hurts, right? He was like, no. I was like, our neck hurts. The police show up to the scene and they're like, are you okay? And I was like, no. We get escorted to the nearest hospital and this was my next nap. After we show up to the hospital, I'm like, man, I'm bored. Like, the doctor walks in, I'm like, oh, ow. After all my amazing acting, they said something was wrong with my spine. And that's how I walked away. A rich bitch. Don't take notes. But take notes.
My neighbor has one more time to shoot for firework before I call the police and say that he is shooting. I grew up in the hood. I know the difference between a firework and a gunshot. Besides that point, sir, it's 1:30 in the morning. I am trying to be on my sad girl hour and listen to sad music and watch sad movies. It's kind of hard to do that when you're having World War III outside my window. We get it. You're white. This is your season. But shut up.